dive into the heart-pounding chaos of Derry, where ancient evils lurk just beneath the surface. Welcome to the terrifying world of It. Welcome to Derry, a series that's not just a sequel, but a bold dive into Stephen King's chilling universe. But here's where it gets controversial. Could exploring the origins of a monster like Pennywise actually humanize or even diminish its horror? Stick around, and let's unpack this ambitious HBO project that's set to redefine what we know about fear itself. Imagine a show that's already pushing boundaries by weaving new narratives from scraps of Stephen King's iconic 1986 novel It. Welcome to Derry isn't just telling another story. It's laying the groundwork for something much larger. If the first season hits the mark with viewers, we're in for even more thrills, with 2 additional seasons planned to rewind time in 27-year leaps. Each one will peel back layers of Derry, Maine's dark history, tracing how Pennywise, the clown-faced terror, rose to power and unleashed his reign of terror on the unsuspecting town. For newcomers to King's world, think of Pennywise as a shape-shifting entity that awakens every generation to feed on fear, tied to a cycle that echoes every 27 years, like a curse that refuses to die. Worried that a prequel focusing on Derry's past might dial down the scares? Don't be. Welcome to Derry delivers a gruesomely intense experience, as detailed in this review from Slash Film, masterfully blending terror with deep dives into the novel's intricate details. Set against the backdrop of 1962, the series expands on the 2017 film It and its 2019 sequel It Chapter 2 by drawing from the book's historical interludes. This means introducing familiar faces from other King classics, such as Dick Hallorann from The Shining, a link explored further in Slash Film, and adapting the book's most spine-chilling segment, the infamous Black Spot, covered in another Slash Film piece. And that's not all. Executive producers Barbara and Andy Muschietti, with Andy directing several episodes, aim to broaden the scope by connecting to King's wider lore. We're talking about the Macroverse, a sprawling network of stories where ancient cosmic forces ripple through not just Derry, but the entire tapestry of King's horror masterpieces. For beginners, picture it as an interconnected web of tales, where creatures and events from one book echo into others, creating a universe that's as vast as it is terrifying. Piecing together all this history from King's novel while crafting an original storyline amidst such a complex shared universe sounds like a Herculean task, and it absolutely is. Yet, when the Muschiettis pitched the idea to HBO, they had an even grander vision in mind. And luckily, the network executives were instantly on board. At its core, Welcome to Derry, is crafted to unfold as a complete narrative across 3 seasons, ensuring each chapter feels fulfilling while building toward a larger revelation. Bill Skarsgård, the actor who brought Pennywise to life in the films, initially hesitated about returning to the role, as he shared in an interview with Slash Film. But he signed on, allowing the series to fully leverage his portrayal of the homicidal clown who terrorizes Derry in cyclical outbursts. With the 2017 film set in 1988, the timeline naturally pointed to the early 1960s for Welcome to Derry, a period rich in King's novel with its historical flashbacks and hints. From the start, creators Jason Fuchs alongside Andy and Barbara Muschietti envisioned digging deeper into Derry's roots and the malevolent energies powering Pennywise. In a chat with Entertainment Weekly, found here, Fuchs revealed their initial proposal was for a trilogy, each season jumping back by 27 years. Derry is the entity in many ways, Fuchs explained. Obviously, there's a town that is separate, but to me, the stories are totally intertwined. If you think about the mythology in the book, it actually predates Derry. It has been there for millennia. Derry is a more recent innovation. So is there a Derry without It? For those just starting with this lore, consider Derry not as a typical town, but as a living, almost sentient entity shaped by the creature's presence, much like how a parasite alters its host. Fuchs noted that the first season offers insights into these questions, but deliberately leaves some mysteries unresolved to pave the way for future episodes. "We want to tell a complete story," he added, "so that you leave the show with a different understanding of the creature, of the rules of the town, and what motivates it. This approach ensures each season stands alone, while contributing to a bigger picture, like chapters in a novel building suspense. As the series progresses, it promises to plunge even further into Stephen King's expansive lore, revealing layers of mythology that fans have only glimpsed." In an interview with Variety, available here, Andy Muschietti outlined the overarching plan. "Our big story arc involves 3 seasons, mainly based on the 3 critical cycles of Pennywise, which are 1962, 1935, and 1908. While Season 1 echoes the films by chronicling Pennywise's 1960s awakening and the havoc it wreaks, upcoming installments will venture deeper into the universe's secrets. We've already seen a subtle nod to one of Stephen King's most formidable characters, Maturin, the colossal turtle, as highlighted in Slash Film, who makes a cameo in Season 1. Maturin appears across numerous King stories, and once communicated with Derry's Bill Denbrough during the ritual of Chud. If the series continues, we might encounter more of this wise, ancient being. As Muschietti told Variety, over the course of these 3 seasons, we're gonna probably get closer to the meaning of the turtle, how it affects the behavior of our characters, and the mythological backstory. Think of Maturin as a cosmic balancer, observing the eternal struggle between good and evil in King's worlds. It's a concept that could spark debate. Is Maturin a godlike figure, or just another piece in the horror puzzle? Fingers crossed that Welcome to Derry succeeds enough to unlock those remaining seasons. As of now, there's no official word, but Entertainment Weekly reports that HBO snapped it up right after the pitch, which is a promising sign. Regardless, this series stands as essential viewing for anyone engrossed in Stephen King's broader catalog per Slash Film and the Macroverse at large. And this is the part most people miss. By reimagining Derry's history, is it, Welcome to Derry, risking over-explaining a monster that thrives on mystery? Do you think delving into Pennywise's origins makes the terror more relatable or less? Share your thoughts in the comments. Agree that a trilogy is ambitious genius, or disagree and argue it dilutes the scares? What controversial twist do you predict for the turtle's role? Let's discuss.